All right, for the first time in a while, we have Maverick Mike on the left and Alec on the right with lands. One card on the bottom for Mike. I call him Maverick Mike. Hope he doesn't mind. Mox Diamond, discarding Sajiri's Step. Odawara, interesting start. Kiviuk, thank you for the resub. 14 months at Tier 1 for Kiviuk. Appreciate that. Oh my god. I just realized I messed up. False alarm, I did not mess up. The Tundra threw me off. But I'm not sure what this deck is that Mike is playing. Okay, Alec is in the chat, says I didn't mess up. It got me too. I thought I messed up. Oh man, now I didn't hear what the flute was on. Damn it. I thought I train wrecked the stream. All right, that's a crop rotation sacrificing Odawara. Flute might be on... Okay, Force of Will for the flute. Fair enough.
Absolute draw step. It will trigger again.
Okay, so Urza Saga has ticked up to 2 after it was fetched on end step. So it got its second counter. Yeah, it looks like blue Maverick of some kind. I was starting to say, all right, Wasteland on the Tundra. Brainstorm. All right, you don't see Brainstorms that frequently in Maverick. Kind of the whole point of Maverick is that you don't have Brainstorm. But, yeah. As I arrived at this event, though, I saw Mike, and I said, what's going on, Maverick Mike? He said, why did you stop playing Maverick? And I said, I'm sorry, Maverick Mike. That's all he wanted to know. He was disgusted with me. Sirius says, sounds of NYC. Yeah, we did hear some sounds of NYC there. All right, Amana is getting floated by this Saga. There's a Misty Rainforest on Mike's board right now. If you're Alec, it's not really clear what you're up against here. It almost made me think I train wrecked the stream by labeling the deck wrong.
Oh, Barrett. Yeah.
The turn 1 Tundra had me like frantically looking through my files. Like, did I just put it on the wrong match? It got me. Expedition map. Oh, is that the PlayStation Expedition map? Was that what that was? Was that the PlayStation Expedition map? What game is it from? I don't even know what's going on. All right, Yavamaya. Nobody knows what I'm talking about, by the way. None of you have all the versions memorized. It's sad. Tomb Raider. Okay. All right. Yeah, without turn 1 Mana Doric, it doesn't feel like Maverick. I'll agree with that. This might not be Maverick. Like, this might be something else. We're going to have to find out together, folks. Meticulous Archive, Surveil for Mike. Who, so far, looks like a Zorius deck of some kind. Yeah, it does kind of look like breakfast, I guess. What is Mike up to? All right, sometimes this happens. The players click a wrong button on the life counter. All right, so Tropical Island is found now. So we do have green. We do have green. It's a good sign. Noble Hierarch. Now it's starting to look like Infect or something. Char Twin, thank you for the sub with Prime. 61 months. It's a long time. That's a Thespian stage for Alec. Life from the Loam. Saga, Wasteland, Odawara. Kind of the spirit or the soul of the Maverick deck, or whatever you want to call it, going back years ago, was a deck that did not run Brainstorm, Force of Will. A green-based deck that was legacy playable, I guess, was the idea. So calling this Maverick feels a little bit against that, but Ryan says it is Infect. Okay. We might be taken for a wild ride right now, folks. It seems like people in the chat have no idea what this deck is, and neither do I. Okay, Dark Depths comes in. I had this deck labeled in the queue as Maverick. I did not play against Mike at this event. And sometimes the show notes are wrong. Doorkeeper Thrall. What? What is going on? Okay, Doorkeeper Thrall. What does that tell us? Is this some kind of Phyrexian Dreadnought? What is happening? Dark Depths and Thespian Stage are on the board. Okay, the Doorkeeper Thrall will attack. Now Uro. It's just going to come on the board as a 6/6. No enters ability. Folks, I have no idea what the heck Mike is up to here. It looks like some kind of a Bant Dreadnought something. It can't be Stoneblade, because why would you have Doorkeeper Thrall in your deck? It does not look like Infect so far. And it's not Maverick. I mean, Caracas, oh my goodness. Well, Caracas will deal with Uro, potentially. Island Delver says it has to be Stiflenaught.
Oh, it doesn't trigger forever. Pass.
Andy with a question. I'm thinking about building a legacy deck in paper. What decks would be better for beginners? I like Painter and Oops All Spells. There's a lot to consider when, building a deck in paper. Price is a big concern for a lot of people. So I'm not going to recommend lands, for example, even though that the lands deck, I don't think it's a good deck for beginners. But let's say we thought so. Oops All Spells on the cheaper side, Painter on the cheaper side. If that's a concern for you, then yeah, lean towards that. They're both great decks for this format. Death and Taxes, another good deck for beginners. Mono White Taxes can have no reserve list cards. 8 Cast tends to have no reserve list cards as well.
Yep.
All right, Uro gets replayed. Doorkeeper Thrall gets to attack. Ryan says Cloud Post is a good beginner deck. Coral says Jeskai. Questions like this, by the way, we do have a lot of new players to the Legacy format in our Discord server asking questions like this on a somewhat regular basis. So I think our 90s MTG Discord has become a pretty good resource for people looking for answers to those kinds of questions. And I encourage you to join. We have a nice blend of experts and beginners in there. All right, a Wasteland got fired off, blew up the Meticulous Archive. Here is Needle. This forces a play with Wasteland, going after Caracas.
Pass to you. Oh, Wasteland. Okay. In your upkeep. Target. In your upkeep, I'm going to target.
That is good.
Okay, so on upkeep here, we are making a Marit Lage. Needle named Wasteland. Flute is on Force of Will still. There is Marit Lage. Mike moves to draw step. Dextro, thank you for the resub at tier 1, 33 months. Wow. Okay, Swords just took out Marit Lage. A lot of life here for Alec. Doorkeeper Thrall attacks. Green Sun Zenith. X appears to be 0. Dryad Arbor, okay. Mike's deck, you know, we've talked a bit about this recently, but decks that your opponent can't figure out what the hell you're up to can be pretty good. And this is one of those decks. We're pretty deep into this game 1, and it's not completely clear what Mike is doing. Okay, Uro gets replayed. It does not have an ETB. Once Upon a Time on end step. The land on Alec's side with a die on it is Urza Saga. Okay, Ancient Tomb is selected. Okay. So this Urza Saga is going to tick up here and start making some pretty big constructs. Just milled a Saga and a Wasteland in the yard with Loam. Loam goes back to hand. Loam could be a problem. Urza Saga ticks up. Now Loam. Probably going to get Saga, Wasteland, and I guess it could also... well, there's also Caracas in the yard. Let's see. Let's see what Alec takes here.
That's good.
Thespian Stage, Dark Depths is in the yard. So is Caracas. Yeah, I like that choice better, actually. I started to think about the most recent cards, but... Stage, Dark Depths, Caracas, that makes a lot of sense. Plays the Caracas. That'll hold off Uro. Alan Delver declaring the game over after Loam. Mox Diamond now. Could discard Ancient Tomb safely, I think, here. Has mana open to create constructs. Or Caracas open to bounce Uro, one or the other. Plenty of life. This Doorkeeper Thrall is unlikely to get across the finish line all on its own. Is there anything in Alec's deck affected by Doorkeeper Thrall? I guess like Talon Gates of Madara, Sajiri Step, Bajuka Bog, right? But oh wait, no, those aren't even. Never mind, those aren't even affected either. I was trying to think of anything with Enter's abilities. Yeah, I guess it's completely irrelevant. It only affects artifacts and creatures. Well, I was kind of reviewing the list in my head. I forgot it doesn't affect lands for a moment. Okay, so Uro got bounced. Uro gets replayed. Oh, no. Knight of the Reliquary this time. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Make constructs.
Okay, a construct is getting made here before Urza Saga pops. Was a damage missed? I didn't notice. Mr. Arch says Bant is control playable, folks. Is control viable, chat? Can someone check and let us know? Alright, there's that construct token, the frickin' windmill again. Lava Spur Boots. Okay. Tabernacle. That's kind of bad news for Mike, TBH. Yeah, it sounds like maybe there was a damage missed on the Doorkeeper Thrall attack then. That's unfortunate. It's not looking like it's going to matter here, though, TBH. All right, the Hierarchs and Dryad Arbors can pay for themselves. Do we want to keep Doorkeeper Thrall? Probably want to keep Knight of the Reliquary, I imagine, but... This is getting tough for Mike. Mike could Bajuka Bog at some point now that the Knight is unlocked, and that could matter. Potentially. All right, Doorkeeper Thrall is getting kept on the board. What is up with this Doorkeeper Thrall? I can't figure that out. This can't be Dreadnought Reliquary. I'm trying to imagine what this list looks like.
Trigger ward.
Oh, yeah.
No! Forgot about the ward on the construct. Ugh. And had a land. Oh, man. Could have sacked Knight to sacked a land to Knight to pay for ward, but anyway, Knight is attacking.
17. Yeah, I'll go 17. Right, 17. 18, yeah, 17. Oh, 18. Yep.
Yeah, Thrall is a decent hay piece against a lot of the format. That's true. Ramalito has arrived. M. Longo says, I talked to Mike after our game. I think it's just there for synergy with Uro, talking about the Doorkeeper Thrall. All right, we have some people reporting in who played against Mike at this event. It's possible there's no Dreadnought. It's just a hate bear in the Maverick deck. Now, Maverick decks tend to have a few enters ability creatures, like Endurance. But maybe shutting off the One Rings and the Bowmasters and stuff like that from our opponents is good enough. Keep in mind, you know, people, this is a new metagame. People are experimenting. Even the people who are playing, like, quote-unquote stock tempo lists are starting to experiment a little bit. Metagame's still pretty open at this point. It's possible Mike went home from this event and took the Doorkeeper Thrall out of the sleeves immediately. You know, I just don't know. But people are trying stuff. And I gotta say, I'm pretty intrigued by what's going on here. Azak, thank you for the sub with Prime. 5 months. All right, able to sack the Wasteland to the Knight because of the Yavimaya on the other side. We can thank Alec for that. What are we looking for this time? The Wastelands are shut off, by the way. That's why it's just a sack card right here. Misty Rainforest. Okay. You know what? Slogurk might be interesting. I've had Slogurk on a short list of cards that I never had a chance to try that I want to try. The Overslime.
How much is it? It's 3? 1, 2, 3? Alright. 15.
Well, Alec has dropped to 15. Knight of the Reliquary is quite good against the lands decks, but it's tapped right now, so it's not going to be able to do anything to protect itself, and Odawara is targeting it. I think I spotted a Daze in hand from Mike as well. This list is interesting. It's pretty clear at this point it is not Infect, and it is not Maverick in the spirit of what Maverick always was or what it should have been or whatever, where you don't have blue in the deck. This is some kind of brew. I dig it. All right, remembering the ward this time and takes out that construct finally. We'll forgive the error earlier, now that the construct is gone. There was a Bajuka Bog played by Alec, by the way. Grafdigger's Cage. All right, that'll disrupt some of the Zenith stuff for sure. And it will make Uro hard to escape if he ends up in the trash. The Caracas on Alec's side has been a real pain in the butt for Uro. Mike putting an Uro on the board, not getting its Enters ability, and then not even getting to attack with it just made it like a really bad 3-mana play in this match so far. Just passing it back to Alec now, who has Tabernacle, Caracas, Thespian Stage. All right, another Dredge. I saw Beseju, who endures in that mix. Top card of the graveyard is a crop rotation, one of the new crop rotations from that Secret Lair encyclopedia thing. I don't even know what it was called. Life on the Loam. I like this card. Dextro spotted 2 Knights, 2 Uro, and a Daze in Mike's hand. Yeah, that is not a very good hand. TBH. All right, Dark Depths and Thespian Stage are both on the board now. We're going to make one now. We have Lava Spur Boots to give haste. All right, that is a game 1 win for lands. Yeah, the Secret Lairs, generally speaking, tend to drop. And, all right, 2 cards going on the bottom from Mike. Tend to drop, and then for a little bit, like, you could get some decent deals on a couple of singles here and there. At least in my opinion. I mean, I don't, you know, if you've been following the channel for a while, you're aware I don't really buy that much bling or whatever, but here and there, I'll pick up something I really like. Azak says Alec's deck is so damn fancy. Yeah, you know what? Alec's deck, he's been picking up a couple of singles here and there over the last couple of years, and this deck looks really nice now. Showing a lot of love for these new printings with the new art styles that Magic the Gathering is embracing. Here's that new Urza Saga. This thing looks amazing. Like, in person, the new Urza Sagas, incredible. What's the name of the artist? I think it's called Sad Boy. Is that right? I'm not the best at remembering the names. All right, Knight of the Reliquary. Well, if you're Maverick, you want to be turn 2 Knight of the Reliquary, and we've achieved that. So a good start to this game for Mike. Excuse me, Urza Saga's up to 2. Life from the Loam has been cast. Otawara discarded a Mox Diamond. Expiration is a good follow-up. 2 more land drops. Oh, okay.
Everywhere there's like harsh shadows.
Never mind. Okay, another Noble Hierarch. Sacking Trop to the Knight. Wasteland. All right, I like this play. You can get aggressive on these Knight plays. A little bit of a concern here for Life from the Loam being in the graveyard. Lavinia looks like just hit the board. Buds, thank you for the resub with Prime. 22 months for Buds. And Bud says, our cards printed directly into the Commander format, just Legacy Masters. Are cards printed into the Commander format, just Legacy Masters? I'm not really sure what you're asking. Maybe I'm misreading the question. Lavinia Azorius Renegade will complicate things for Alec as far as the Life on the Loam. And this makes the play with the Knight blowing up the Urza Saga look really good, especially after Alec missed land drops. Alec now with no lands in play. This game has started off really nicely for Mike. 4 lands in the yard, +4/+4 on the Knight. Attacking for 8. Ouch. Ooh, and a prismatic ending on a diamond. It's not bad at all. Alec is in serious trouble here in game 2. Sometimes your lands deck gets mana screwed. Okay, that's a Dark Depths. Can't even tap for mana. Ouch. Expiration. He can cast it because he does have a land in play. Lavinia. Lavinia seems so good right now in this game. Green Sun Zenith. X is 3 off of Gaia's Cradle. Oh my goodness. What are we doing with a Zenith for 3 here? Ramanap Excavator? Oh man. Yeah, that is game. Folks, that was pretty gross. Lavinia with that was impressive. Adam, thank you for the resub with Prime. 29 months. Basic Forest, Expiration. Yeah, that previous game After game 1, I was really skeptical of Mike's list. And after game 2, I'm like, okay, I'm seeing the vision now. Send me the list. I'm kidding around, but vibe has changed. AKA Ray, thank you for the sub with Prime. 7 months. Hype train just started. 4 minutes, 40 seconds on that. Oh, what was that? Oh, it's just a crop rotation. I thought it was like an aura going on the land. Okay, crop rotation, sacking Yavimaya, it looks like.
Sure.
The way Alec positioned the card, it looked like it was an aura going on the land. Anyway, Urza's Saga is found. It is now on the board. Royalty Ryan says this does seem like a U kind of deck. You know, I've been seeing more and more people showing up to the locals here in New York City with Green Sun Zenith decks, and one of our local friends was like playing some practice games or something with a Zenith deck, and I passed by and it says, "I'm what do you say? I'm doing your thing," or something. I don't know. Got some. I got some people curious about the Zenith lifestyle, folks.
I'll say not at the relic card. Say what? Not at the relic card?
Okay, Flute on Night, Force of Vigor blew up Saga and Exploration. Pretty good start again for Mike. Pitched a Dryad Arbor to Force of Vigor, by the way. Was there not enough mana for the Flute? I missed that. Could the Flute have been cast? I just wasn't looking at that carefully. Green Sun Zenith, Noble Hierarch, okay. If so, that's a pretty big error. All right, Life in a Loam. All right, Twitch chat wants to shame Alec now. I was telling some stupid story and I missed the whole Flute situation. You know, here on 90s MTG, we showcase some great players, and we we keep a very tight ship as far as tournament integrity. We criticize Wizards of the Coast every chance we get, the play patterns and the ban list and all of it. And we have a DCI hotline that we will be reporting any infractions to. And this match is now under review. Royalty Ryan calling for Alec to be sent to jail.
It's hard, man. It's hard, man. These days, thinking positive.
Yep. 2.
Okay, Green Sun Zenith X is 2, it turns out. Kasali Pride Mage. Okay. Okay. I'm starting to feel like the Exalted mechanic was a mistake, Chad.
It feels weird, man.
No, just wasteland. I'm tapped out. I am tapped out.
Hey, I got this. I got a lighter.
Okay, Dismember now after Mike taps out to blow up the Kasali Pride Mage. And that could protect the Flute, I guess. Life on the Loam is in the graveyard. And we will dredge. Life on the Loam. Life on the Loam seems like a pretty big problem for Mike right now. Were there ever decks called Exalted? I just don't know. I feel like there were. Versus Saga ticks up to 2. Yeah, Alec has gotten a bit wild with this lands deck. It looks amazing. There's that expedition map again, which is apparently from Tomb Raider. That also looks really cool. Agreed. Dahlia attacking with Exalted was fire. I agree. Yeah, Mythic Bant was a big deck in Standard with Worldwake. I wasn't really playing Magic much at the time, but I remember something. Yeah, with Rafiq. Yeah, I remember something. All right, another construct, another wrong construct token. A lot of controversy over the windmills. Lava Spur Boots, okay. Maze of Ith. Equip the construct. Big attack coming in.
4, 5, 6. So 5 and 6 is 11.
Well, Mike, you better have Rampaging Yao Guai or you're probably dead. What card is that, Chris? Yeah, nobody listens to me. Hot Master of the Fells. I love that card. Supreme Verdict. You know, it wouldn't be bad. I don't know if I would put Supreme Verdict in my Maverick deck, but sometimes you have to. All right, Life in Alum again. Life in Alum has caused serious problems for Mike in this game. Saga, Thespian Stage, Ghost Quarter, I believe. I didn't realize this whole time I didn't have the overlay showing what flute was on. Sorry about that, everybody. Flute was on night the whole time. I typed it in and then didn't reveal it.
Exile.
They the 2K. I don't know. 2K. Oh, that's 2K.
GG's. That is the match. Cool deck for Mike. Really cool.